Yeah, we have actually discussed this rare um nerve abnormalities, okay, or all these rare conditions resulting from lesions of nerves, okay, in the facial region, okay. So, um, having discussed them singly today in this lecture, we'll be actually differentiating between Frey syndrome and crocodile syndrome, okay. We're talking about the differences between Frey syndrome and crocodile syndrome. So the question is compare and contrast Frey syndrome and crocodile tear syndrome. So basically, this is Frey's syndrome, and I think let's have the comparison. So Frey's syndrome and crocodile tear syndrome are two distinct medical conditions that affect nerves and can cause what involuntary sweating and tearing respectively. Okay, so basically all of them are at the facial region. Okay, one of them is crocodile tear syndrome is you crying when you are eating, while Frey syndrome is you sweating while you are eating. Okay, so basically all of them have to do with the head. So that's the similarity between these two conditions. The crocodile tear syndrome, let me go back to the Frey syndrome. Frey syndrome, sweating around your parotid region of your teeth or of your cheek, okay? And crocodile tear syndrome is you crying when you are eating, okay? So now, guys, let's say Frey syndrome is a rare neurological disorder that occurs when the fibers that control what salivary gland are damaged and they regrow into sweat glands. Okay, they regrow into the wrong places. Okay, so instead of you to salivate, you are crying. Instead of you to salivate, you are sweating while you are eating. Okay, so now this results in what excessive sweating on one side of the face. Usually when you eat or you think about food. You know when you think about food, you salivate. But in this this instance, you are not really salivating, but you are um you are what you are sweating, okay? Because instead of salivating, these nerves have grown into wrong sheets, okay? Then how about crocodile tear syndrome? We say that it is a rare condition that causes what excessive tearing, that's you crying, okay? When you eat or you drink, it is caused by what damage to the facial nerve, which can occur due to a trauma, infection, or surgery. And the name crocodile tears comes from the fact that the animal crocodile cries while it eats. Okay, so if it is manifesting in a human being, that's a crocodile tear syndrome. Okay, so that's it. This is a baby with this is Frey syndrome though. Okay, I have only one single picture here for crocodile tear syndrome. So let's summarize the differences between Frey syndrome and crocodile tear syndrome. That's on a tabular form. So in Frey syndrome, it's basically sweating and redness of the cheek, while crocodile is you lacrimating or crying while eating. Frey syndrome is due to what? Damage to the auriculotemporal and great auricular nerves, okay? And why crocodile tear syndrome is what? Is due to lesion to the facial nerve, okay? Then in Frey syndrome, we say that stimulus meant for salivation will make you what? Sweat. Why in crocodile, instead of you to salivate, you'll be what? You'll be crying while you are eating. In Frey syndrome, when you eat, the parotid region of the ipsilateral cheek becomes hot, red, and painful. While in crocodile, it is characterized by early lacrimation. So Frey syndrome also has two other characteristics. There's hyperesthesia in front of the ear because from the parotid region is close to the ear, so the ear too gets affected, okay, and is hypersensitive. Then next we say that when a person shaves, there's cutaneous hyperesthesia. Okay, maybe when you're shaving your beard, you see that your hair, your face is hypersensitive. Okay, that's some symptoms of Frey's syndrome. Okay, that's it. This is crocodile tear syndrome. You crying without control when you see food. Okay, so that's it, guys, and that's the comparison and contrast between Frey's syndrome and crocodile tear syndrome. Okay, so see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye for now.